Hi, I'm Krystle. I've loved dolls since I was a child and never outgrew it. I enjoy collecting all types of dolls, but my favorite is Reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Ava, Zoe, Haley, and Landon. Along with collecting, I've been a Reborn artist since 2008. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hey guys, so I am here with Maisie to do a video for you guys. I apologize with the lighting. Our lighting has been weird in here lately. We have daylight bulbs that sometimes work great, and then other times they kind of wash things out. So but it's definitely better than when we had those light bulbs that had a yellow tinge to it, because that just made things look horrible in my videos. So anywho, I am here to make an announcement. Basically, I have decided to part with my Maisie. Yeah, this is weird for me because I've never actually done this before with my collection. You guys know me. I tend to hold on to babies in my collection for years. I mean, I've had babies in my collection for years. Yuki just celebrated her 3rd birthday with me, and if you guys remember back when I had my Ashton Drake Charlie doll that was named Landon at the time, I had him for many years before Alex and I even moved in here. Because I'm thinking I got my Ashton Drake Charlie in, I'm going to say, I think it must have been 2005. So yeah, I would say I had him about 10 years before I decided to sell him. And I had my baby Jamie for a few years, and then Avery, of course, was my first Reborn, and I eventually sold her, but she again was with me for, I would say, about 5 years or so. So yes, I've never been one to get a baby and sell it a few months down the road. And I just got Maisie in September. And she was custom painted by Michelle from Michelle's Country Cradle. And then she was rooted by Bonnie Kephart. And so the reason that I wanted to get the Maisie kit is because I fell in love with Yvonne's Zoe from My Little Tulip. And her Zoe was also a Maisie kit. I fell completely in love with that baby, even though I'm usually not one for painted hair babies. As you can see, I mostly have, well, Jeremy is the only painted hair baby I have in my collection. All my other babies are rooted because I tend to like being able to feel the hair and brush the hair and stuff. But on the flip side of that, sometimes I do find rooted hair annoying in that it gets messed up so easily when I'm snuggling them. So that's why, you know, I like having Jeremy, because I can do whatever I want with him. And it's cool because, like, I can put hats on him and stuff, and I don't have to worry about messing up his hair. So that's kind of fun with him. My rooted hair babies, I don't tend to put hats on very often because I hate that it messes up their hair and then I have to fix it, and I'm just picky that way. But Maisie here, as I'm looking at her making this video, like, she is so cute, guys. Don't get me wrong, like, she is so cute. I mean, look at that face. Her hair is so beautifully rooted and super soft. Her painting is beautiful. But you've probably noticed that I haven't made a lot of videos with her. And it's because, honestly, from the beginning, I liked her. I did. I thought she was very cute, and I still do. I think she's very cute. Like I said, she's beautifully painted, beautifully rooted. I love, once I got her new body is perfect proportion for her. I've weighted her really well. She's super snuggly, super cute. But honestly, it's just been weird for me. I've been feeling like I've had to force my bond with her. And I've never ever experienced this with any of my babies before. Usually the moment I get them, I fall in love with them and want to make tons of videos with them and spend lots of time with them. And like usually when I get a new baby, even off camera, I'll like sit on the couch and watch TV and cuddle them, and I just want to spend tons of time with them. And for some weird reason, I didn't have that with her. And I think part of it had to do with the fact that she originally was not on the correct body. And so for the first week or so that I had her, I could not bond with her immediately. As cute as she was, I would try to cuddle her and she didn't feel right in my arms because of that body. And so I put her down and I didn't spend time with her. I would just look at her, but I wouldn't spend time with her until she got that new body that was just right. And I think because like I didn't have that instant bond with her, even once I got her on the new body and I was like, oh, this is perfect. She looks good now. Now I can really bond with her. For some reason, it's still just, it really didn't happen. For one thing, I didn't have a lot of outfits for her. And so I was having trouble finding clothes in my collection that fit her. And then next thing you know, I was on my trip. I went on my trip, and so I didn't spend time with her then. And yeah, so I got back from my trip and I was like, okay, I'm back now. I'm gonna really try to like bond with her. Now I've got all these nice outfits I bought for her for my trip, and I'm really gonna try to like spend time with her and bond with her. But there was just always something that just wasn't clicking, and I could not really 100% place my finger on it. I think deep down inside I knew what it was, but I was kind of trying to push it aside because I didn't really know what more to do with it. And that kind of came to light more when I went on my trip to visit Yvonne, and I saw Zoe in person, who is also a Maisie kit. And I saw her in person, and I started to immediately compare the two in my mind. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's just something about this particular version of Maisie that just pulls me right in. And I will say that Yvonne's Maisie was the very first version of the Maisie kit that I ever saw. Like, she basically was the one that introduced me to the Maisie kit. I'd had heard of the kit, but I hadn't seen the kit until she had Zoe. And that baby just, I mean, the skin tone and everything about her was just gorgeous and just pulled me in. And I loved watching videos of her. And then when I saw her in person, I was like, oh. And I think realistically, I really liked the skin tone, and I kind of wanted to have that skin tone in my collection. And I remember when I got my Maisie kit, I actually originally wanted to have Mandy paint her in the same skin tone. But then I was like, no, but I don't want to copy. And also, like, Mandy was really, really booked up into 2017, and I was like, I don't really want to wait that long. I want to get her done now. And I was like, you know what, like, I didn't want to copy. I just wanted to try and have my own version of her, you know, and whatever. But I found that in my mind, I just kept comparing the two. And it just seemed like no matter what I did, I liked her. I enjoyed her. But I just didn't feel that pull to her that I feel with my other babies. And it's funny because Paula and Marilyn both kind of could tell that there was something bugging me. You know, especially Paula. Anytime like we'd get together and, you know, Maisie would be around, she would be like, "Are you okay? Like, are you all right about your Maisie? Is something bothering you?" And even Bonnie actually had messaged me and said, "I noticed that you're not making too many videos of Maisie. Is there something wrong with the way I rooted her hair that's bothering you? If so, I can fix it. Like, if you want to send her back, I can fix it." And I'm like, "No, I know. I love her rooting. Her rooting's beautiful." And the odd time I would get her in an outfit and take a picture of her that would be like super cute, and I'd be like, "Oh," and I would feel like I might be starting to bond with her, but then she would just, but then I wouldn't play with her for days, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I've never experienced this before. And so last week, I was watching YouTube and I saw Yvonne's video announcing that she is selling Zoe. And I have, honest to goodness, I've never had a reaction like this to hearing that someone in the community is selling one of their babies. Usually I'm just like, okay, it's normal, it's part of the hobby. But when I saw the video, my heart literally was like, and the reaction that I had, the very first thing I had was like, oh my gosh, I would have loved to have bought her. I would have sold mine in a heartbeat to buy Zoe. And that's when it kind of like hit me that this was the issue. It wasn't that she's not beautifully made or beautifully done or not cute. It's just that she's not Maisie. And, you know, when I was visiting Yvonne, she was talking about Landon, Mr. Landon over there. And she was saying to me how much she loves Landon and has considered getting a Harlow kit reborn. But she's like, I don't think I would be happy with the Harlow kit, the Harlow kit. Because she's like, I don't want just any Harlow kit reborn. I want Landon. She likes his version. She has fallen in love with that version of Harlow, and she just feels like she's so in love with that version that she would not be able to bond with any other version. And when she had told me this when we were out there, that also kind of got my head, the wheels turning in my head at the time, that I was like, I think I even had said to her, I think I kind of feel that way about Maisie, that I have fallen in love with like the version you have, Zoe. And I said, don't get me wrong, I love mine, but there's just something that's not like, it's not the same. It's not the exact same baby, right? And so when I had this reaction to the video, it kind of dawned on me that this was the issue. And this is why I wasn't fully bonding with her. So next part of the story, I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, with this realization, I was like, so what do I do? She's already sold Zoe to her artist. Like, she's, you know, Mandy's going to be getting Zoe back. So that option was kind of out the window at the time. And I'm like, so what do I want to do? Do I want to just keep mine and keep trying to force the bond, or do I want to sell her? Like, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And so finally I was just like, I'm going to take a leap of faith here. And I messaged Amanda, Zoe's artist. And I just said to her, hey, I just saw that you're going to be getting Zoe back. from Yvonne, and I said, I just wanted to let you know that I have a Maisie kid. I, you know, honestly have been having a hard time bonding with mine. And I finally came to the realization that it is because the first baby I fell in love with, the first version of this kit that I fell in love with was Zoe. And I said, I just wanted to put it out there that if you ever at some point decide that you want to sell her, please keep me in mind, because I would love to have her. Like, I'm in love with this baby. And I said, I honest to goodness would sell my Maisie in a heartbeat to get her. And so she was like, oh, you know, I'm so happy to hear like how much you love her and love her work, or love my work and everything, and I'll definitely keep it in mind. Well, then a little while later, she ended up getting in touch with me again, and she said that she felt kind of bad adopting Zoe back to begin with, because she knew that she's not the type to interact with her collection very much and make videos and things like that, like the way I do with my collection. And she just really felt that Zoe should be in a, you know, with a collector like that, that would, you know, give her lots of love and attention and, you know, take good care of her. And so she said, if I wanted to, I could adopt her. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Like, I was over the moon excited. And I was like, yes, I would absolutely love that. And I said, but are you sure? Because I said, you know, you haven't even received her yet. You know, like, I don't want you to feel like I'm, you know, like coming in and swooping in and taking your baby. That's not my intention. I just thought, like, if ever at some point down the road you wanted to sell, you know, I just want to make sure that you're absolutely positive about this. And she's like, no, like, I'm absolutely positive. I would love for her to be with you. So, very long story short, I have purchased Zoe from Amanda, and she is on her way to me as I make this video. I just can't believe it. And honestly, like, before I fully committed to it, I really thought things over. I was like, am I just jumping to conclusions here? Should I really just give this baby another chance? Like, I was looking at pictures of her that, like, some really nice pictures I had taken of her where she looked really, really cute and everything. And I even, like, went so far as to do a side-by-side comparison of, like, Zoe and Maisie. And, you know, as cute as this Maisie is, my eye just, like, automatically always wanted to go to Zoe. There's just some kind of spark with that baby that speaks to me and always has. And, you know, like, you guys probably know what I'm talking about when you just see that one particular baby that just speaks to you more than any of the others. I could see 10 of the same sculpt, but only one of them is the one that pulls me in. You know, I might see the others as, you know, they're cute, they're well made, but there's just something about one of those that pulls you in. And that's how I feel with Zoe. And, you know, again, I was, like, really trying to think it over and, like, say, okay, do I really want to go through with this? Because I do like the rooted hair a lot. And I know Zoe doesn't have rooted hair. She has painted hair. And I'm like, I know I could get it rooted, but I think rooting hair on Zoe would, like, totally ruin her whole personality and vibe and all that stuff. And I went back and forth on it, and in the end, I just really thought, you know what? My initial reaction to finding out Zoe was, you know, being adopted out, that was like my heart. That was what was in my heart. And then my brain was taking over, like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Is this right? Is this wrong? Blah, blah. Like, really deep down in my heart, I knew that Zoe is the one that I absolutely love. And I felt like if I kept this one, I would just continue to be forcing the bond and probably would end up selling her at some point anyway, because like I just couldn't see the bond. I don't know why. I mean, like, she's beautiful, but I don't know. There's just some spark, like an entity about Yvonne's Maisie. So anyways, I'm getting a new Maisie. I'm getting the one from Yvonne. That was Yvonne, My Little Tulips, Zoe. Unfortunately, I can't keep her name Zoe. I really wish I could, but as you guys know, I already have a baby named Zoe, so it would just get too confusing to have two babies named Zoe. So I will just be sticking with the name Maisie because I really do love. It's like the one kit that I feel like the name that the artist gave the kit really suits the kit. Maisie is it's a beautiful name. So she will continue to be called Maisie. It will just be a whole different look. And I'm excited because you guys know that I like diversity in my collection. I mean, I have Asian babies, I have an African American baby, I have an Indian baby, and now, you know, this skin tone that this new baby has, I don't have in my collection. So that's kind of fun to have, you know, that different skin tone. So with that said, I am going to be selling this little one. I will do a separate video giving her details and telling you the price and all of that stuff because this video is already long enough. I just wanted to give you this update, tell you the story of what's going on because I didn't want to have to explain all of this in the box opening of when, you know, the new Maisie arrives, because I want the box opening to be just about the box opening. And I just honestly feel so thankful for this opportunity to have arise. And I honestly feel like this might be the first box opening I might get very emotional on. I already am like kind of getting choked up talking about it. And I've been like constantly looking at pictures of, I'll still call her Zoe for now, just so we can differentiate between these two. But I've been looking at pictures of Zoe from when I was in Arizona and everything. And honestly, guys, like when I look at pictures of her, I start to tear up because I love that baby so much. And Yvonne is literally my best friend. So I feel like this baby is, you know, a little piece of her coming to my home, you know, and we're like best friends, and it sucks that we live so far away so we can't see each other often, but it's like I'm gonna have a piece of her here. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting like so emotional about it. And so like be prepared, guys. I'm probably gonna cry for this box opening. I've come close to crying in box openings before, but I think it's gonna happen this time because I'm just like getting emotional thinking about it. I'm gonna, you know, I've promised Yvonne I'm gonna like take such good care of Miss Zoe. Like I'm gonna love her, and I know that that comforts Yvonne too, that she's coming to me. And you know, she told me that because obviously Amanda and I told her about it. And she's just like so happy that she's coming here. And she's also excited about it because hopefully she'll get to come and visit me at some point and she'll get to see her baby again. And I know how special Zoe was to her. Like, I know how special. And, you know, she even told me she was getting a little emotional packing her up because she is a special baby to her. And I know the reasons why. We've talked about it, and I won't get into it. I think she's probably talked about it on her channel, but just in case, I'm going to keep it private. But I know how special that baby is, and so I think that makes it even more exciting for me and more meaningful, and like this is just going to be a very, very special baby to join my collection. So anyways, I've rambled on way too long. This video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I really needed to explain to you guys what's going on, because honestly, like, it's good for me to talk about it too, because I've honestly, like I said, I've never experienced this with any babies before. Because I mean, like, I'm just looking at her in this camera and she is so cute, but and maybe for, you know, many of you out there, you're looking at her going, oh my gosh, she's like gorgeous, and like, what is wrong with you? But like I said, there's just some kind of spark from Zoe that has always just drawn me to her. And if I had, like, let's say I had both of these in my collection, Zoe and this Maisie, I can guarantee you I would be spending way more time with Zoe. And I think it might be nice to have another painted hair baby in the end, because I can put lots of hair bows on her and not have to worry about messing up her hair, because I get annoyed trying to put hair bands on rooted hair babies because it always bunches their hair up, and then I have to try to like smooth it down under the hairband. It is, honestly, you should see how long it takes me to put hair bands on my rooted babies. So I won't have to worry about that. And she'll definitely be a baby that can wear lots of hats. I won't have to worry about messing up her hair. So I'm excited. I'm happy. And that is the update on that. I also have been toying with the idea of selling Ava, but I haven't come to a firm decision on that. But I am contemplating selling Ava. I just honestly haven't played with her in forever. Like, it's been months and months since I've cuddled her or done anything other than just changing her for a photo or whatever. So, she might be going as well. But anywho, I'm going to wrap up this video, and then I'm going to get a video up about her details about being for sale. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.